ಆಚಾರ್. 5ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಿಂದ 2nd PUC ವರೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಸೈಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಿರುವೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಸುದೀರ್ಘ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಜೀವನದ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ತೋಲ್ಪಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಚ್ಛಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂತೆ ತೋಲ್ಪಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಬೋಧನಾ ಶೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಶುದ್ಧ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಸುವ ತರಗತಿಗಳು ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮರುಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿ ತೋಲ್ಪಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯುತ ಸ್ವಭಾವ ನನಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿದಾಯಕವಾಗಿದೆ. ತೋಲ್ಪಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅನಂತವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ 2 ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ
Namaskar everyone. When I think back to high school, there's one figure who stands taller than the rest. Donald Sir. My memory of Sir is one who was strict yet incredibly composed and expected nothing but excellence in his science classes. No one could mess in his class. As I grew older, I realized that his strictness was in fact a deep respect for the subject. He taught us that science requires discipline, and of course, there was a side of him we rarely saw until we looked closely. The man who could explain complex physics with a straight face was the same person who loved the adventures of Tintin, Asterix, Snowy and Captain Haddock. That was Sir's way of telling us that while scientific facts are important, you should never lose your sense of curiosity or adventure. Thank you, Donald Sir, for the discipline, the science, and for showing us that even the strictest teachers have a fun side. To borrow a phrase from your favorite books, great snakes, you're a fantastic teacher. Wishing you, Sir, and all the teachers today a happy, healthy life ahead. Your teaching has been a blessing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Karthik Shetty from the batch of 1995 St Aloysius School, and I would like to at the outset, I'd like to thank all my batchmates for putting their efforts for making this alumni meet possible. I'd like to thank the institution for hosting this activity, and it's really a great opportunity for us to pay respects to all our teachers who have helped shaped us into what we have become over the course of the years. And those critical years, those formative years when we were troublesome students. I was in Aloysius from 1st standard to 12th standard. So many things that these teachers did for us. We now reflect back on it, and we are so thankful and we are so grateful to all those efforts put by them into molding us to what we are today. And when Nitin called me up and told me to speak about some incident from school, I told him that I was probably the kind of student who would want to come to school and go from school without the teachers noticing me. So I was probably very happy to be under the radar. And when asked which teacher I would like to speak about and any particular incident that I would like to relate to or recollect, I told him, okay, I will speak about Francis sir, who taught us mathematics in the 8th standard. I was a very, very average to below average student in school. And this one particular year, I had a really great year in maths. I scored very well for all the class tests, and unusually. So I remember Francis speaking very glowingly to my mother, the parents teachers meet. And to a parent who was very used to receiving more complaints than praises, it was quite a surprise for her also. So this was one particular incident that I recollect from my childhood, and I would like to thank her for doing this also. And in the same way, I'm sure that he must have very positively influenced many students over his long and illustrious career as a teacher at St Aloysius. So thank you, sir, and thank you all to all the teachers who have done so much for us. We may not be able to, come there as often as we would like to, but I'm sure that you all know that we hold you all with the highest regard. Thank you once more. Hi, I'm Dr. Karthik Shetty.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಧೀರಜ್ ಭಂಡಾರಿ. ನಾನು ಸೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೋಸಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲನ್ನು 4ನೇ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡೆ. ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಶಾಲೆಯಿಂದ ನಗರ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತುಂಬ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ, ಮುಜುಗರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಗಳು ಗುರುಗಳ ಸ್ನೇಹದಿಂದ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಳೆಯ ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಮರೆತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ವಾತಾವರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡೆ. ಆದರೆ ಓದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಲಭವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಬಂದರು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿನ ಫೇವರೇಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆದ ರೀಟಾ ಟೀಚರು ಮತ್ತು ಐರನ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸ್. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಓದಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಳಜಿ ವಹಿಸಿ ಶಾಲೆಯ ನಂತರ ನಮಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷ ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯಲು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಏನನ್ನೂ ಬಯಸದೆ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಓದಿಸಿದರು. ಇವರ ಈ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಆವಾಗ ಹೇಳಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ದೃಶ್ಯದ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಮನದಾಳದಿಂದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು.
Thank you to all who paid the video tributes. Sir Tolpadi sir, Donald sir, Francis sir, Rita teacher and Irene teacher. If you could please come on stage. Thank you.
ಸಾಲಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಹಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಬಂಧುಗಳ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗನ್ನು ಗೌರವಿಸ್ತಾ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಕೇವಲ ಆಯ್ದ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡ್ತೇನೆ. 3 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇಲ್ಲ 2. ನನ್ನನ್ನು 15 ದಿವಸ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಹಿತ್ ರಾವ್, ಹಾಗೆ ತರಣ್ ಡಿಸೋಜ, ಸುನಿಲ್ ನೆಲ್ಸನ್, ವಿವೇಕ್ ಶೇಟ್, ಪುಷ್ಪರಾಜ್ ಬಂಗೇರ, ಡೇವಿಡ್ ಡಯಾಸ್ ಇವರು ನಾನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಮರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಫೋನಾಯಿಸಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯಿಂದ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಸುರಿಮಳೆಯನ್ನು ಸುರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮರೆಯಲಾಗ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಉಂಟು, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನೊಂದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಉಳ್ಳಾಲ ತಾಲೂಕು ಚುಡುಗು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಸಾಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಹಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಟೀಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ. ಇನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಸಿ 2 ಮುಕ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಸಂತ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಿಂಟೋರನ್ನು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಯಲು ಕಾರಣ. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ ಪಿಂಟೋರ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ನಿವೃತ್ತರ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ 79ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದದ್ದು. ಆಗ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ SS ಸುಬ್ರಾಯ ಐತಾಳ್ ಎಂಬವರಿದು ಕಚ್ಚೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಕಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ನೀವು ನಂಬಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲಾಗೀತೆ ಭುವನವ ಸಲಹುವ ಕರುಣನಿಧಿ ನಾನು ಸೂಚಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೋದು SS ಐತಾಳ್, ಸುಬ್ರಾಯ ಐತಾಳ್ ಬರೆದದ್ದು. ಮುಕ್ತಕ 2 ಮತ್ತು 2 ಮಾತ್ರ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಕ್ತಕ ಛಂದೋಬದ್ಧವಾದ್ದು, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬರೆದ 30 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗೌರವಿಸಿ ಹರ್ಷ, ಯಾವತ್ತು ಹಾರೈಸುವೆ ಶುಭವನ್ನು ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ, ಭಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆ ನಿಂತ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ. ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ನನ್ನ ಕಾವ್ಯನಾಮ ಮುಕ್ತಕದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸುತ್ತ ಮನ್ನಿಸಲು ಸಂತೋಷ, ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ನಮಗಿದು ನಿಜ ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯ, ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯ ಕರುಣಿಸಲಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ, ದುಮ್ಮಾನ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, ದುಮ್ಮಾನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇರದು ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ. ಇನ್ನು 2 ಮಾತು. 8 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಬೆರಗಾದೆ. ಅದ್ಭುತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಸಮೂಹವನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಚದರಿ ಹೋದ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸಾಧನೆ, ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ. ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಯಶಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ, ಅಭಿವಂದನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನಿನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಕು, ಧಾರಾಳ ಆಯಿತು, ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು. ನಾನು 7 ಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೊಗಸಾಲೆ ಪ್ರಕಟಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನು 26ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡೋದಾದ 2ನೇ ಕವನ 202 ಕವನಗಳಿವೆ. ಭಾವ ತುಂಗೆಯಲಿ ತೇಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ ಮುಖಚಿತ್ರ ನನ್ನ ಹಳೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿ ಜಾನ್ ಚಂದ್ರನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕುಲ್ಯಾಡಿ ಕಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಮಾಧವ್ ಪೈ ಅದರ ಮಾಲಕರು, ಅವರ ಮಗ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಪೈ, ಅವರ ಮಗ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಪೈ ಅಮೇರಿಕಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಸಹಕಾರ ನಾನೊಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬರೆದೇನೆ, ಕುಲ್ಯಾಡಿ ಮಾಧವ್ ಪೈ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಿಗೆ ಅಭಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ನು 7 ಕೃತಿ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಂಟು, 7 ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಭಟ್ ಸರ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. We now move to the next round of video bites, again from people all over the world. We will now felicitate Sarvajna sir, Anita teacher, Celestine teacher, Joyce teacher, Dayanand Rai sir and Joseph sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಹಿತೇಶ್, ಸಂತ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಶಾಲೆಯ 1995 ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ
operations of the school and also our institution. Yes, I am talking about our very own favorite, beloved Celestine teacher. And to tell everyone just one incident of how much we loved, respected and wanted her as our teacher, I have to just narrate how the first day of the 4th standard after our summer holidays went. Celestine teacher was our class teacher in the 3rd standard. And as we were waiting in anticipation to see who will be our class teacher for the 4th standard on the first day, I could see her walking through the corridor, and the amount of noise and laughter and excitement when she walked in through our door was so much that she told us, if all you boys are not going to stay silent for the next 5 minutes, then I will go out and some other teacher will be your class teacher this year. That 5 minutes was the most silent 5 minutes that class has ever seen in 10 full years. And with that, I think it's very easy to tell how much we wanted her as a teacher. I would like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Celestine teacher on behalf of the entire batch of 1995. Not just for being our class teacher for those 2 years, but also for helping us shape ourselves to become who we are today. A big thank you, teacher.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸುನಿಲ್ ಟೈಟಸ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿರುವಾಗ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆವು. 5th C, 6th D, 7th C. ಆವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಬಂದಂದ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಫಿಫ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಲವ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ 5th ನಮಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡಕ್ಕೆ ಪತ್ರವ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಇದ್ದರು. 6th ಫಿಲೋಮಿನಾ ಟೀಚರ್, 7th ಜಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್. ಜಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಐ ಲವ್ಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ನಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಈಗಲೂ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಗೈ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸಂಧಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಧಿಗಳಿಂದ ಅರ್ಥಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಎಂತ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 7th 6th ಸೊ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ 7th ಒಂದು ಅವರದ್ದು ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪೋಯಮ್ ನನಗೆ ಈಗಲೂ ನೆನಪಿದೆ. ಹೊನ್ನಲ ರಾಣಿ, ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಸ್ಥವಿರಗಿರಿಯ ಚಲನದಾಸೆ, ಮೂಕವನದ ಗೀತದಾಸೆ, ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಹೊರೆ ಹೊತ್ತುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಗುವಿನಾಸೆನ, ಬಾಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನೇ ನೆಚ್ಚು, ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಅಚ್ಚುಮೆಚ್ಚು, ನಾನು ವಿಧಿಯ ಹುಚ್ಚು, ಹೊನ್ನಲ ರಾಣಿ ನಾ. ನೋಡಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಅದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಪೋಯಮೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಈಗಲೂ ನೆನಪು ಇದೆ. ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅದು ಪೋಯಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಗಿದೆ. ನಂಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು ನೋಡುವಾಗ. ಅದು ಜಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಮುದ್ಯ. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಾನೊಂದು ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಮುದ್ಯ. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ಹಲೋ 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 ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಸಲ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡೈಲಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಕೆಲವರು ಬೈದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಹ, ಅವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಿಷಯ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಂದರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಒಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಗೆಸ್ ಸೋ ಫಾರ್. ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಟೀಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ನಾನು 8th ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಟೆನ್ನಿಸ್ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ವೀಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೊಂದು ಸರ್ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಎಂತ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ ಆಡು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ KC ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ದಯಾನಂದ್ ರೈ ಸರ್ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ದಯಾನಂದ್ ಸರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅವರು ಅದರ ನಂತರ LOSSಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ವರ್ಷ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಪುತ್ತೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಲೂ ತುಂಬ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಮಾಡಿ ತುಂಬ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಈಗ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಗೇಮ್ ಆಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರಿಂದ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Mudya, thank you very much. Joseph sir, the next one is for you. We love you so much that 2 students have decided to make a video. So these are for you, sir.
Hi everyone, this is Satish Kamath. Today I want to take a moment to remember someone who shaped not just English but so much of who we became, our beloved teacher Joseph sir. Back in high school, his classes were never just lessons, they were experiences. He walked into the room full of life, full of energy, and always with a story that made us lean forward in our seats. Most of his stories came from real moments in his own life. Funny, surprising, emotional, but always meaningful. We looked forward to every single class, not because it was English, but because it was his class. I still remember sitting in the first bench, eager, knowing that every session would be a perfect blend of learning and laughter. What I admired most about Joseph sir was the pride he carried. Pride in who he was, where he came from, and the values he lived by. He taught us that strength doesn't have to be loud, and the education becomes powerful when it is shared with warmth and joy. Thank you, Joseph sir, for teaching us English, now a global language that connects cultures and communities, and for preparing us for a world far beyond the classroom. Thank you, Joseph sir.
Good evening, boys. So I've been asked to talk about Joseph sir. It's an absolute pleasure and absolute honor to do that. So what do I tell about Joseph sir? Joseph sir is one of the most entertaining and engaging teachers we ever had.
So Joseph sir would come into a class of 100 of us, and he would say stories that we would want to believe. So he'd say stories like, this morning I got up at 4 o'clock because the dogs were barking, and when I came out, there was a tiger. And I fought this tiger with my bare hands and chased it away. So it was unbelievable, but looking at Joseph's, we will definitely believe that. He was built like a tank. So he would even say, this morning I went to my farm, I climbed up a coconut tree and fell down an arecanut tree. 50 feet. So he would say that, and he would get up from there and come to college because he is built like this. He had this one job of taming these 100 monkey minds, and he did it beautifully by engaging us with stories like this. We would thank Joseph sir for all of this. He made us believe that even the most unbelievable things can be achieved if you put your head to it. Thank you, Joseph sir. Thank you for making us believe we can do impossible things.
Joseph sir, this is a reflection of our love and affection for you. Thank you very much. Celestine teacher, Joyce teacher, Dyanand Rai sir and Joseph sir to please come to the stage.
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ತಮಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೊಸ ವರ್ಷದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಹಾಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ವೃಂದದವರಿಗೆ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ನಮನಗಳು, ಕಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ಹಾರೈಕೆಗಳು, ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೂ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾನು 2 ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ 1995ರ ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಇದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮೂಗಿಗೆ ಬೆರಳಿಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾವು 6 ಮಂದಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ಸೇರಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರದ್ದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಂಡೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು 140 ಮಂದಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಟೀ ಶರ್ಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ದೊರಕಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೇ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಭಿನಂದನಾರ್ಹರು. ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರವರಿಂದ ಹಾಗೂ ಆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಖಂಡಿತ ಬಾಧ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪನಾವಧಿಯ 2 ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳದಿದ್ದರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು NCC ಎಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. 35 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನಾನು NCC ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಇದೇ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 8 ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಂಟಿಜೆಂಟ್ ಕಮಾಂಡರ್ ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನೊಂದು ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಏನೇನು ತರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯ ಚಳಿ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಿವರಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಮೂತ್ರ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಮೂತ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದದ್ದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅದು ಐಸ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಳಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತು ಕೇಳಿದ, ಸರ್ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮೂತ್ರ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. ನನಗೂ ಪಕ್ಕ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಮೂತ್ರ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಿಗೆ ಬಂದ ಒಬ್ಬ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಸರ್ ಅವ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಎರಡನೇದು, ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದವ ಹೇಳಿದ, ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಗ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 3rd ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಸಲ ನೀವು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, 2ನೇ ಸಲ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ನೀನು ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತರಬೇಕಿನ್ನು ಅಂತ. ಇವರು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ನೆನಪು ಬಂತು. ಏನೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ನನಗೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಆಭಾಸ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ನಾನು ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಟೋಕನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಬರುವುದೇ ವಿಶೇಷ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಳಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗಲೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಬಾರದೇ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೇಳಿದ, ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಬೆನ್ನಿನ ನಡುವಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಅವನನ್ನು ನೋಡುವಾಗ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ ಎತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೃಢಕಾಯನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬರಮಾಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸತ್ಕರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡೆಲ್. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡೆಲ್. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಾದರೆ, ಈ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಬಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸೇ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕರೆದು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಮೊದಲು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷದ 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಯ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದುಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ನೆಲದ ಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಶಾಲೆಯ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಗುಣ ಇದೆ. ನಾವೀಗ ಒಂದು ಸೋಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಇದು ಯಾವ ಕಂಪೆನಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈ ಶಾಲೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಕೇಳಿದ, ನಾನು ಅಲೋಷಿಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಇದಿದೆ. ಅಲೋಷಿಯನ್ ಅವನೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಅವನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಇತರರಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕರಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಭಗವಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಇಚ್ಛೆಯನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಲಿ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸ್ತಾ 2 ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ ಸರ್, ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. We now move to felicitating our teachers, Grace teacher, Philomena teacher, Felsi teacher, Rego teacher, and John Chandran sir.
Talk about one of our teachers from middle school, Grace Menezes ma'am. As you will all remember, Grace ma'am used to teach us science in middle school. No specific anecdotes to share, but one thing, of course, apart from being a great teacher, I think whenever I remember Grace ma'am, one clear picture in my mind of Grace ma'am is her being smartly dressed in her sari and coming to school on her Kinetic Honda, which was one of the most popular ones at that point in time. I think apart from your overall being, the importance in terms of being smart in appearance is also something which has been something that I've carried on in my overall journey till date. So that's about it. Looking forward to meeting Grace ma'am and talking about all of these things, and of course seeing all of you there. Thank you.
Philomena teacher, on behalf of the batch of 1995, I'd like to express a heartfelt thanks and gratitude for your service and teaching. I'd like to recollect an incident which happened when you were in middle school. I think you had a fainting spell, probably in the first trimester of your pregnancy. The dutiful students informed another teacher almost immediately, and you got help. This contrasted funnily with another incident which happened when the students were in high school, and during an exam, another teacher had a fainting spell, and the students, instead of helping the teacher, first decided to copy and then decided to call for help. The reaction of the students to you was a reflection of the love and affection they had for you. Dear teacher, it has been several years since we sat in your class and studied under you, but your service and your dedication to the school is always fresh in our minds. Thank you once again for the service and the teaching.
Dear Felsi teacher, on behalf of the batch of 1995, we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation for the profound impact you had on our early years of learning. You were not just a teacher who taught from textbooks, but a mentor who shaped our character, values, and confidence at a formative stage of our lives. With patience, warmth, and dedication, you nurtured our curiosity and encouraged us to believe in ourselves. Your classroom was a place where discipline was balanced with kindness and where every child felt seen, supported, and motivated to do their best. The lessons you taught went far beyond academics. You taught respect, perseverance, responsibility, and compassion. Many of the values we carry into our personal and professional lives today can be traced back to the foundation you gave us. Thank you for your tireless commitment, your belief in each one of us, and the lasting legacy you have left in our lives. You will always be remembered with deep respect, gratitude, and affection by the batch of 1995.
I asked a friend of mine, "What do you remember of Rego teacher?" And he replied, "Oh, she was a darling." That really sums up what most of us students thought of Rego teacher. Rego teacher didn't just teach a subject, she taught with her heart. Her gentle presence made our classroom a place where we always felt warmth and joyfulness. She has been an inspiring guide, a calm and reassuring voice, and a truly beautiful human being. For every encouraging word, every smile, and every moment we had with you, Rego teacher, we are truly grateful. It is still a pleasure every time we meet you to remember the wonderful days we spent under your tutelage.
Hello everyone. At the outset, thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Our teachers have shaped our lives, hence the least we can do is to acknowledge them and to share a few thoughts about them. We have been blessed to have teachers who have positively and profoundly impacted our lives by their subject expertise, their nature, their sense of humor, and so on. One such personality I would like to speak about is our drawing sir, Shri John Chandra. Drawing was my hobby since childhood. Hence, I used to enjoy John sir's drawing classes. I used to admire him for his calm demeanor and cool attitude. Ever smiling and energetic, I was mesmerized by his amazing skills. Ever enthusiastic and with an eagerness to teach, I have never ever seen him lose his temper. I know we were a bunch of mischievous and notorious kids, and managing us was no easy task, but John sir did it with finesse. Such was his aura. His class was like a stress buster, and I used to very keenly look forward to it. One more aspect that impresses me the most about him is that I've been seeing him for the past so many years. Trust me, he looks the same. I really wish to know what's the secret behind this. Well, let me take a guess. It's his passion, the immense love for what he does, and of course, as I pointed out earlier, his positive attitude. Well, I can go on and on, but due to paucity of time, I will conclude here. Dear John sir, thank you very much for being such a wonderful teacher and an amazing human being. Wishing you all the health and happiness. And yes, thanks to all for making this reunion possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Anantesh. Can you give a big round of applause to all those teachers who we had the video bite? So now I request Grace teacher, Philomena teacher, Felsi teacher, Rego teacher, and John Chandran sir to please come on stage.
Mithil VP.
that he wants to speak live rather than the recorded version. So, Mithil, over to you to speak a few words on Praveen Lobo, sir.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, Mr. Praveen, sir. We had the opportunity of having you the last year because of after retirement of Mr. Manjappa, sir. But we still remember how strict you were in the ground, and you should never allow us to play the fool. And because of the inspiration given by you, we all have excelled in all the sports. I mean, a lot of people who have played with you, we still remember you. And you, every time I meet you anywhere, you still remember our names. That's and I'm very happy to have you here. Please, sir, thank you.
Can you have a big round of applause to the teachers, please?
At you, I find it difficult to put my emotions into words. After 30 long years, I must say 33 from the primary, seeing you walk back into this campus feels like reliving a precious chapter in my life. Time may have moved forward, but in this moment, it feels as though the clock has gently turned back. When I look at you today, I don't see age, titles, or positions. I still see the young children who once sat in our classrooms. Some confident, some shy, some mischievous, some silent dreamers. I see the same eyes filled with hope, curiosity, and innocence. The uniforms may be gone, or I can say changed, but the child in you is still very much alive. My dear boys, a couple of days ago, Taran called me. He's in touch with me since 5-6 months, and asked me to speak at the reunion. The first question I asked him was, what should I speak about? He very confidently said, anything, teacher, tu kale ulai. Just to bring back some old memories, sweet memories. He didn't mention any time limit. Am I right, Taran? Where are you? Yes, yes. So naturally, as a sincere teacher, I decided to take my full 40 minutes period. Old habits die hard. So thank you, Taran. You have officially brought me back into school mode. This batch is extremely close to my heart because I was your class teacher for grade 3 and grade 4. That's why even today, I don't see engineers, doctors, professionals, businessmen. I only see my voice. And boys, please remember, you may have grown taller, but in my eyes, you're short and small. Now, with this, may I ask, how many of you started your schooling here from class 1? Kindly raise your hands. Okay. Hands down. Since Taran asked me to bring back some old memories, can I bring back? I want you all to speak. Yes. Nitin Dice, where are you? Please stand for one moment. Yes. Sit. I still remember those, Nitin, it's for you, those beautiful Teachers' Day, handmade Teachers' Day cards. And believe me, I preserved them for many years. And I remember, sorry for this, during dictation, one small spelling mistake, and immediately eyes will water and he would cry. Sensitive, but very particular. You remember? Baap re baap, I have seen that. As if the spelling itself attacked him personally. Now going to Dr. Krishna Prasad Kandige. Where are you? Krishna, stand for a moment. Yes. Yes. Mischievous then, mischievous now, mischievous, I'm sure. Mischievous forever. Do you all agree? Yes. But honestly, Krishna, this is for you. Teachers loved him, children. Though sometimes we loved him after scolding him. I remember one day Krishna came with a huge chocolate box and said, "Teacher, today is my birthday." I wished him happily and opened the chocolate box. No chocolates, you remember. No chocolates. Only one message inside, beautifully written. What? April Fool. Yes, it was April 1st. And that boy didn't stop with me. He went to the other teachers also. I don't know how many teachers shouted at him that day, but by evening, I saw the happiest April Fool in the world wandering here on the in the campus. Now, Neil Rodriguez. Sorry, boys. He is still a small boy to me, even today. How many of you remember how he used to bring a beautiful big rose from his estate garden wrapped in a beautiful plastic, children? Especially on Mondays. I remember. And just like a saint, he used to come like that on that quadrangle till he reaches, no shaking of the bunch also, that flower beautifully he has brought. And later, this made me very quite surprising. Later, he sent chocolates from the USA. Do you remember, Neil? Yes. And he had started working in USA then. And his parents took extra mile to make sure the chocolates reached me safely in Mangalore. Neil, thank you so much, and for all that and everything that you have done for me and doing still. Thank you, Neil. God bless you. And now my sweet little boy, can you guess? Yes, you all know it. I've taught you for 2 years, sorry. He's standing there. Venki, come and sit. Yes, Venkatesh M. Pai, our Venki. Apart from school, I used to go to his house for tuitions. Those days, let me be honest, we were allowed to take the tuitions there. I used to go to his house. Venki, are you listening? Yes, thank you. No, let it be. No, I've punished enough and more children. No punishment. I taught him. I scolded him. I shouted at him. I punished him, children. I don't think I've ever punished anyone as I did to Venki. But surprisingly, Venki cooperated so beautifully. And teaching Venkatesh taught me one very important lesson: patience. Thank you, Venki. And today I can proudly say, because of Venkatesh, because of students like him, I became a better teacher. Boys, I can actually recall at least one incident about each one of you. Sadly, time is not on my side today. However, if you are free after lunch, please feel free to contact me. But remember, some memories come with special efforts. Now, coming back on an emotional note. My dear students, these corridors remember your footsteps. These classrooms remember your voices. These walls have silently watched you grow, laughing, learning, sometimes falling, failing, but always moving forward. Long after you left, your memories stayed behind. Do you remember how nervous you felt before exams? Try to recall. How a simple smile from a teacher gave you confidence. How a word of encouragement stayed with you longer than a lesson from the textbook. At that time, you may not have realized it, but those small moments were shaping your lives. As teachers, we may have taught you lessons from books, but you taught us lessons of love, patience, and purpose. Every child who walked into our class gave meaning to a profession. Every success of yours became a silent pride. Every struggle you faced was remembered in our prayers. Today, when I see you as responsible, who is that talking? Today, when I see you as responsible individuals, parents, professionals, and contributors to the society, my heart feels full. Your achievements are not just your personal milestones, they are living proof that education goes beyond classrooms. You have carried the values of discipline, respect, and humanity into the world. And that is our greatest reward. Dear students, thank you for coming back. Not just physically, emotionally. Thank you for remembering your teachers, your school, and the bond we shared. You have no idea how much this means to us. A teacher's heart never stops caring, never stops hoping, and never stops loving her students. Thank you for hosting such a wonderful, beautiful event today. And believe me, children, it is my first ever event. So hats off to you, to each and every one, those who have contributed to this wonderful event. As I conclude, I invite you to join me in a short prayer. Close your eyes for a moment. You can be, sit children. Loving God, we thank you for bringing us together after so many years. We thank you for the gift of life, learning, and relationships. Bless these, our dear students, and their families with good health, peace, and unity. Guide them in all their paths. Protect them in times of difficulty. And fill their lives with hope, gratitude, and love. May this bond between teachers and students remain forever strong and beautiful. Can you open your eyes? My dear students, remember this always. Students may grow older, but in a teacher's heart, they remain children forever. Welcome back. You were missed. You are loved. And you will always belong here. Thank you.
ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಸಹ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಬೋಧನೇತರ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಾವು ಕಲಿಯುವಾಗ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ನಮಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಬಲ ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಂದು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನೆನಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲಾ ದಿನಗಳ ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. We now honor our non-teaching staff. As I said, when we were growing up, because of immaturity, we didn't appreciate their contribution. And now, being older, hopefully a little bit more wiser, we appreciate their significant contribution to our upbringing. So I now request our non-teaching staff, Bona, Flavia, Jerry, Harry, Rudolph Tauro, and our own lovely Georgie, to please come on stage. dear friends, can we give a big round of applause, please? Big round of applause. Thank you very much, dear staff. As I said again, due to our ignorance and immaturity, we didn't appreciate your contribution. Hopefully, now growing older and wiser, we appreciate your contribution much more today. Thank you very much.
ನನ್ನ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೃಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು 2026 ಹೊಸ ವರ್ಷದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಮುಂಜಾನೆಯ ನಮನಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಗುರು ದೇವೋಭವ ಎಂಬಂತೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಮೇಲಿನ ಅಭಿಮಾನದಿಂದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದ ಈ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣಕರ್ತರಾದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಬಳಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮೊತ್ತ ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕೇತರ ವೃಂದದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವು ಕೇವಲ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸುವುದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠತೆಯನ್ನು ತಲುಪುವ ಮಾರ್ಗವಾಗಿದೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಗೌರವವೇ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿನ ಮೊದಲ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಎಂದು ಅರಿತು ಇಂದು ತಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ನೀಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತಿದ್ದಿ ತೀಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸುದೃಢ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ರೂಪಿಸಲು ಪಣತೊಟ್ಟ ಗುರುಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸತ್ಕರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಿಸ್ಮರಣೀಯ ದಿನ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಾರದು. ಏಕಲವ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕಲಿಯುವ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವನು ದ್ರೋಣಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಮೂರ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಗಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಲ್ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕಲಿತು ಪರಿಣತನಾದನು. ಅದರಂತೆ ನೀವು ಇಂದು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದು ಬೆಳೆಯುವ ಸಿರಿ ಮೊಳಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬಂತೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಲಿತು ತಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ರೂಪಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ವತೋಮುಖ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗಾಗಿ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥದಿಂದ ದುಡಿದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ನೀಡುವ ಗೌರವ ಇದಾಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, 30 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಬಳಿಕ ಮಗದೊಮ್ಮೆ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಬಹುಶಃ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪುಗಳು ಮರುಕಳಿಸಬಹುದು. ತಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಈಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಎಂದು ಯೋಚಿಸಿದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ನಿಮಗೇನೇ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯವಾಗಬಹುದು. ಹೌದು, ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ. ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ತಪ್ಪನ್ನು ತಿದ್ದಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇದುವೇ ಜೀವನದ ಗುಟ್ಟು. ಆದುದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಿಯರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟರ ತನಕ ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತನನ್ನು ಮರೆಯದಿರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೆತ್ತು ಹೊತ್ತು ಸಾಕಿ ಸಲಹಿದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆತ್ತವರನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಶ್ರಯರಾಗಿರಿ. ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದು ಜೀವನದ ದಾರಿ ತೋರಿಸಲು ಅವಿರತವಾಗಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಿದ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನೀವು ಕಲಿತ ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಎಂದೂ ಮರೆಯದಿರಿ. ಇಂದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿ ಈ ಸತ್ಕಾರ ಕೂಟವನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಆಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಸತ್ಕರಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಲೆಬಾಗಿ ವಂದಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಮೊತ್ತ ಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ನಾನು ತಾರಣ್ಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವನು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 3-4 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾತನಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ನಂಬರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತು ಆಗಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ತಾರನ್, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಿಮಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೂ ನಮನಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. 2026ನೇ ವರ್ಷವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹರುಷವನ್ನೇ ತರಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾವನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಮನದ ಇಚ್ಛೆಗಳು ಸುಸೂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನೆರವೇರಲಿ ಹಾಗೂ ದೇವರು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಆಶೀರ್ವದಿಸಲಿ ಎಂದು ಹೃದಯಾಳದಿಂದ ಬೇಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನಾಡಲು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊನೆಗೊಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Joyce teacher, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nitin. That concludes the felicitation program. Thank you very much. You've done a lot of work behind the scenes to prepare the videos and whatnot. So thank you very much. You made my job very easy. Thank you. Hopefully you can bear with us. It won't be long before we enjoy our lunch. Maybe another 10-15 minutes and we should be done. Right. For any successful gathering like this, it requires a lot of planning, organization, hard work. So may I now request Neil Rodriguez to come on stage and propose your vote of thanks for this memorable event. Please come on stage.
Thank you, Arun. Very good afternoon, everyone. It's been an eventful morning and nothing short of a miracle to have so many of us gather here, and I think enough people have already spoken about how they have felt about such an event. So as I propose this vote of thanks, I will not go into all of that. But for such a miracle to happen, I think we can all agree that it is not something which will happen overnight. It is not something that will happen with simply a decision and an intent. It has to take execution. It has to take a lot of effort. And for that, I think it will really do justice only if I, specifically call out a few things that have been, and a few people who have been behind the scenes. But to begin with, in terms of thanks, I think we all agree that the biggest group who we would like to thank today is the teachers our past teachers, who have made it through thick, thin, distance, time and places to be with us today, who have taken this entire effort and time. Teachers, I know you all thanked us, but the reality is you can thank us for this one morning. We have to thank you for our lives. Father J.B. Mendonça, your sense of humor this morning brought a new sense of life into all of us. And the way you told us that when you saw some of us, you didn't feel old. I think that speaks for itself. You all are getting younger, our teachers, and for all the teachers who are here, led by Father JB and everyone, thank you so much for being here. And a special thanks also to those teachers who could not make it here, but thanks to some of our friends, and led by Taran, Sunil, and I would be not doing justice by just taking out 2 or 3 names, so I'll come to that in a minute. But by few of our friends who have made sure that every one of them have received our felicitations at their homes, even before this event has happened. So I want to thank those teachers for accepting our felicitations and assuring us that their blessings, if not their presence, is with us today. So thanks to them. Mr. Shambhu Shetty, thank you especially for your words of wisdom today, and also for being here all through. I see him walking after walking into the side. Mr. Shambhu Shetty, thank you for being there. The second big group or the team that we have to remember and thank today, apart from our own teachers of that time, are the current staff and management of today. And I cannot say enough about how much this event has taken to from the current management and staff. The band this morning from the children was a welcome surprise to all of us. And I think we loved it. We loved the idea that the children were welcoming back to our own school, and for a minute we didn't know who has to welcome whom and who has to say thank you. But that said, led by Father Rector, Father Melvin Pinto, SJ, who could not stay for the event, and Father Johnson Pinto, the correspondent, our current headmistress, and Father Johnson Pinto is also the principal of the high school, and the current headmistress, Josita teacher, they have gone so much out of their way trying to find out phone numbers, photographs of past teachers that we were all trying to reach out to. And, giving us this venue. The moment we brought up the fact of this venue, they requested us, okay, we should have it here, and there is no question even of you all paying or charging for anything for this event while you're having it here. So the warm welcome that they gave us and the success and the support, so thank you so much to the current management as well. There is of course one special note of, I don't know what to say this, but a special bubble of enthusiasm, a spirit of every event and the energy behind it. So that is our Celestine teacher. Starting from the chairs in the felicitation to the end and all the things that we were doing all through the little bits of planning. She was with us to plan this event. We have to thank her not just as a batch of 1995, but as Father Rector rightly said, she has been putting together the alumni network for the entire primary school across batches. And that's much bigger than we are doing today. I think such an event is a very good start for the larger network that is being built up. So thank you, teacher, for leading that initiative. And now I come to the promise I made to so many people who were asking me through the day, and many people who mistakenly came to me and said, Neil, thanks for organizing such a great event. Of course, they said thanks for organizing among others, but it would be nowhere close to say that this event can be done even by one person, or we could confuse that it could be done by even a set of 5 or 6 people. It is impossible. And that is why I have a page here. I don't normally write my thanks on paper, but today I didn't have a choice. So with that, we had so many committees that I cannot even remember. But the only person who can tell the names of all those committees who started 6 months ago, and I think it was persevering, determination, bordering on annoying and irritating. Who is that person? Unanimously, Sunil Titus. Sunil and Taran, please come here, please come here. No, come to the stage, start joining us here, yes. Stage, take the chair. And with this, there were 2 more people who were spearheading this from the very beginning. I would like to call Dheeraj Bhandari, Vivek Sheth. Okay, so these were the 4 people. I really cannot put in any number of pages. I have brought 1 page, 1 side. I cannot put any number of pages for the activity that has happened over 6 full months. Starting from the mementos. If I look here, I can make out catering, mementos, garlands, bags. Everything is from Vivek Sheth. Taran, the Mumbai call center. Anytime anything is happening in Mangalore, this group is visiting this person, that group is visiting that person, this person is in the school, that person, vendor has come with the flex banners. Taran knows it all, and he's not sitting anywhere here, he's sitting in Mumbai. Dheeraj Bhandari, who traveled in 5 hours from Bangalore yesterday for this event. But that said, all the the garlands, felicitation materials and the planning, that we have to thank Dheeraj for. Yeah, I think Sunil, beyond the committees, there were many other things like finance, etc. that you did, but I'll stop here because we can keep this event going till evening if I do that. The single big name who went behind every student of ours searching for 1-2 minute videos. It was not a small task. It took so many reminders to make people do what they are very, very reluctant to do. But he managed it. The only doubt that we had was, can we do this for so many teachers? And I think the living proof of determination after Joseph sir is Nitin Das. Come. And our ever energetic Arun Rego very generous with words, very stingy with the time. But for all his, emceeing and for everything, and he needs little bit of forgiveness for his singing. I'm just kidding. But that's it. Thank you, Arun, for handling this event. All the planning, timing, the event format was from Arun. Then, beyond this, we do have another event which is coming up, but also in the evening with at our informal gathering. And I have a few people who are planning that. But before I go to that, I would like to also call David Dias, who has managed. Yes, please come. He has managed all the pickups, drops, and all, having a transport background himself. And planning for all the teachers, etc. David, please come by. Our finance advisor, bank coordinator, and chief scammer, Bradley. Yes. Logo, t-shirt design, numerous creatives, artworks, and all through the planning, Mithil. And for the evening, as we said, we were so busy, all of us, planning all this event, that we forgot there was an evening event which we had to plan for ourselves. So on that front, we left it all to one person who seems to have single-handedly managed this. And for that, I request Subodh, please come by. There are a few anonymous donors, sponsors, and things as well. It was a decision taken by this entire group that we will keep all contributions anonymous and not fixed at certain amounts, etc. It has been completely left to each one. And that brings me to a very interesting question. So first of all, the miracle also had parts of it where we have had students sponsoring travel for teachers, spending hours, and you don't know how much effort to call a specific teacher who has made a difference in their lives and all of that. So for those anonymous contributions also, they know who they are, but let's give a big hand to them. As I'm calling out more and more parts of this event, the numbers on that side are reducing and the numbers on this side are increasing. If I call all the contributions out, those chairs will be empty and all people will be here. But that said, there was another very, very big task, and that was about the invitations. So the invitations to every single teacher, as I said, we would be doing injustice by saying our Mumbai call center was the leadership in that, but we would be injustice by not, if I call out every single name, all those people here would most likely be here. So, but I'm still calling out the people who were at least there, whom we know, in at least 4 or 5 invitations to various teachers. So Roshan, Anthony, where are you? Please, can you come here? Nanda Kishore, Neeta Narana, Sunil Taran are already here. Pradeep, Prabhu. Anyone else who has visited more than 4 teachers, can you please put your hands up? It has been very difficult for me to try and just list it down. Anyone who visited more than 4 teachers here, please feel free to come by and be here with us. So here it is. This seems like actually much smaller than the group who was there. So there were definitely some more people maybe who have helped in many other things. I'll take a pause here. Before I would like to request a photograph, I also have an obligation to the St Aloysius alumni group to thank that group for their support to the event. They have made an announcement at the SACA last executive meeting about the batch of 1995 coming there. They are expecting me to send some photographs, etc., which I'll be so happy to do. I have a couple of announcements on their behalf. First thing, our all institution-wide alumni day is going to happen on, like every year, on the 12th of January 2026. So for everyone here who is in town and present and can make it for the 12th of January, please do make it. And I think a large part of this group, we are all planning to be there. And we are planning to have an excellent representation from the primary school alumni this year. So please, everyone, I request you to kindly, make it to that event. Second, there is a specific event, a treasure hunt on cars, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., only for St Aloysius alumni. I think one student can be a part of it, but alumni are the main target for this four-wheeler treasure hunt. And I don't know if that poster can be put up there. Yeah, here it is. This is the poster. I have forwarded it in a larger alumni group as well. So everyone is most welcome to that. Okay. The last, and before we take our bigger group photo and a smaller organizing team photo, one more thing. We are likely, as I said, the contributions to this entire event were completely not prefixed to any amounts, and different people have contributed in different levels and ways. So financially, we have not finished our entire accounting, but when it is done, we do intend to debate within our whole group and contribute back to the school in whatever small way we can. As I said, it is too early for us to commit any particular amount or particular purpose, but we are very clear that we will be doing something back either to the school or a specific purpose or in the form of maybe scholarship or something on the lines, which we will take a consensus from this entire group in the days to come. All right, so with that, I would like big round of applause to everyone here. Thank you so much for being part of this.
Neil, he thanked everybody, but we didn't thank Neil. Neil has been a very big part of the organizing committee, so a big round of applause to Neil, please. And then one more announcement. Georgie has been very kind that he's going to reopen his stall that we all remember from primary school after lunch. So get your, I think now we don't use cash, use your QR code and GPay ready. It's, what is it, 500 rupees a chikki? Oh, okay, it's free apparently. Okay, so it's free, so please enjoy yourselves. Make the most of it.
जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय. Okay, it's time for the photograph now. Thank you, everybody.